We're back in Middle-earth. With the help of their newfound ally Saruman, our fellowship have set sail for Mordor. However, just as they sight the Argonath, they round the corner to find an army of orcs waiting to attack. Not only that, but the ring calls out to many forces, both good and evil, so they may not be alone for long. Can our heroes escape, or will their journey end in the murky depths of the River Anduin?
We're back in Middle-earth for our fantasy fellowship, Lord of the Rings. Joined by Lewis in command of the Army of Darkness.
Start with me, Ben. Yes, I'm evil. I'm here to stop. I'm here to thwart and defeat. I'm here to crush your dreams and your hearts and kick a dog and generally just ruin your life, Duncan.
I'm playing the Fellowship, which is wildly different. So what it used to be.
Fellowship. So you can enjoy this as a one-off video, but if you want to go back, there are other episodes that have explained how we've ended up with this motley crew.
It's been a ride.
And so we have the Fellowship sailing down the River Anduin on their way to Mordor. They've been trailed by orcs and Nazgul.
And this pivotal key location of the Argonath, the orcs have been driven here and they've started already cutting down trees, building themselves some motley rafts with which to intercept our heroes.
So in this scenario, the ring bearer must escape from one edge of the board, any edge other than the one he came on from. So you can go to the south, through the trees, you can go through the north, through the orcs, or you can keep trying to sail away down the river.
I just start rowing down the river as fast as I can, which wasn't very fast.
You rolled some real bad rowing checks, but then you did put the hobbits in charge of rowing, so makes sense.
You haven't seen the orcs yet, you've been lulled into a false sense of security, but that was all to change when the Witch King, on a flying fell beast, came busting out of the trees.
Yeah.
A big screech, and he was here. The forces of darkness are bearing down on you, Duncan.
But I knew from the books that Legolas can just one-shot one, right? That's what he does.
He literally does in the books. He fires off one arrow and the fell beast freaks
They're on
out
their
and flies
boats,
off.
the fell beast is coming along and shoots it. I think he just dies. So I thought, let's just do that.
The Witch King is wounded on a 6 followed by a 4. Whoa! 4 plus to wound the Witch King.
Come on.
Oh, thank goodness.
You bullseye him, but the Witch King managed to use up some of his fate and his might in order to survive, leaving him severely weakened.
It was immediately frustrating for me to be weakened by just a single volley
Here's Legolas.
on turn 1. See, I had to decline from attacking you on turn 1 because I thought, there's no way he's going to hit me from over there. What a mistake. So on to turn 2. I won initiative and the Witch King struck. He was enraged at this insolence from an elf, a mere elf, distracted momentarily from the ring bearer. He attacked Legolas. The orcs also, they managed to chop a little bit of tree down and get a couple of scouts out in the water.
Quickly, lads, chop down them trees. We can make some logs and float across and get them hobbits for dinners. Hot hobbit dinners. Oh, I haven't had that for a while.
But the rest of the turn was over to Duncan.
Didn't like this fell beast coming in at Legolas, so I used Saruman's Voice of Command, which is a magic spell he has, and he uses that on the fell beast and makes it fly away.
He gives it the image of like a fish in its brain, and it just flies off to go catch the fish instead of the elf.
It meant I couldn't really do anything. It pushed me away. I didn't get a chance to use a spell. I didn't get a chance to do anything.
Protected Legolas, and then Legolas turns around and shoots him, but this time fails to hit.
And then at the end of the turn, rumbles and ripples in the water.
Oh god.
The orcs have disturbed the water. An ancient evil is drawn to the power of the ring.
Just a tentacle.
A writhing tentacle appears out of the water.
Eat the orc.
And it reaches out for one of those orc archers. Oh, and it grabs him.
Oh no!
Get wrecked.
Oh no!
I luckily got my reinforcements this turn.
You hear a sound in the distance.
Which was a squad of Gondorian soldiers led by young Boromir.
Ah, of course. Boromir would have been sent by Denethor to the council at Isengard.
Yeah, so he was on his way. He was late.
He was late.
Somehow he ended up on the wrong side of the river. Maybe they lost their boat somewhere. I don't know what happened.
They heard the Nazgul swoop down and they decided to come to your aid.
And now it looks like this ball edge looks pretty safe. I might try and leave this edge.
Looks easy. maybe too easy.
Wink.
So turn 3. I won the roll-off. But if you've seen these games before, you'll know that Aragorn can steal initiative basically every turn.
It's only within 6 inches, but I'm generally that clumped up.
That's your fellowship usually is all there.
So I did that. I moved the boats down. The one with Farmer Maggot and Legolas had to cut across because I'm aiming for this beach here. So I had to kind of move them the wrong way. So they ended up a bit behind, but they're going in the right direction.
They were a bit exposed.
Yeah.
But it's staying away from the orcs.
Well, yeah, the orcs are like, oh, you're orcs on this shore. Like chopping
down trees.
Like preparing to get boats going. And the Witch King spies that Legolas, that cheeky character, being left behind and thinks, oh, I reckon I can get him. So in he goes, capsizes the boat, Farmer Maggot goes flying, he gets, the Witch King actually sends a black dart at Farmer Maggot.
He managed to resist it with all his will.
With all his will.
Yeah, Farmer Maggot's using up all his resources to stay alive here. It's looking bleak.
But sploosh, Farmer Maggot is in the drink, and sploosh, Legolas in the drink.
4+ to live.
Oh my god! Disaster!
Legolas is out of there. We'll see if he comes back later.
Yeah, so whenever anyone dies in our Fantasy Fellowship adventure, we assume they're dead for the rest of the battle, and then at the end of the game we roll a dice. And they might be dead forever, they might have survived somehow and be wounded and come back in a later game.
Like a movie.
Just like a movie.
At least Farmer Maggot survived. That's all I care about.
Right, and then after you guys have gone, it's the Watcher in the water. Bobbles up. There's tentacles, not just one tentacle. There's 6 tentacles. As a mauled beast appears and starts whipping tentacles around and grabbing everything nearby. The Watcher in the water, much like the one seen outside the Mines of Moria, is drawn to the power of the ring. It's going to attack the ring bearer whenever it can, and if it can't attack the ring bearer this turn, it's just going to lash out at whatever's closest. So some of its tentacles start grabbing orcs off of the raft, and other tentacles whip over for Grima and Saruman.
Yeah, and I had to use all of my fate points on Saruman to stop him from getting pulled under.
But that's it. Any more wounds you take are for realsies from now on.
And he hasn't got a lot of them.
Someone did get grabbed. There was an orc. And as the orc gets grabbed, the tentacle drags him into the maw of the beast.
Oh, fucking hell. That could have been Saruman.
Yum, 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 yum.
It was pretty brutal, and I think it made both me and Duncan scared of this thing.
Yes.
Yeah, watch out for the water. It's dangerous.
How many tickles does it take to make the Watcher in the water laugh? 10 tickles. And then, right at the end, I got to use my Gondor soldiers, and I moved them all up forwards towards the battle.
Yeah, they're still a couple of turns away from the beach, but you're getting them in as fast as you can.
Okay, so I win the dice off and go first. I land the Tree Man, Gordon Tree Man, with the hobbits on the beach. I move up the other boats as well. Poor Farmer Maggot is struggling to swim.
He's struggling to keep his head out of water right now.
So meanwhile, I move Saruman and up to nearer the Fell Beast, and I use the word of command. I move him again.
The Witch King, you've got to get a 6 to beat this. So how many dice do you want to roll? Bear in mind you get to re-roll one of them.
None.
None. You're just going to take it.
Yeah.
Okay, do your worst, wizard.
It's just not worth me trying to roll a 6 here. Because I thought I was just going to get pushed away again, which I'm kind of okay with. But...
Right, let's move him towards the Gondorians
Oh
then.
my god.
What a play! Bringing the Gondorians in early.
Oh, I should have resisted.
I thought if I could mob you with all the Gondorian soldiers at once, you'd probably just die. And then Boromir and 2 other soldiers were able to be courageous enough to get into combat with you. So yeah, I do manage to get some good hits off on the Witch King.
You need a 4+ to not lose the Witch King.
Yeah.
That's his last fate gone.
That's it, the Witch King is out of fate. So the Witch King has 1 might remaining, but no fate at this point.
He's like... And even the Fell Beast was injured.
And there's a lot more soldiers about to charge you.
Meanwhile, over on this side, some of my teams of orcs have managed to cut down a couple of trees and launch themselves out into the river. Meanwhile, my poor scouting boat of orc archers got sucked into the maw of the Watcher, and all 3 of them got eaten. Nom, 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 nom. And I was like, ooh, it's making squid rings out of us! I didn't think the calamari would eat my face.
I was kind of happy about this because it was blocking a lot of tentacles from grabbing my guys. Although one did manage to grab poor fatty Boulder.
He was dangling.
He's dangling.
Fatty's in trouble. So, right, the enemies are about to clash. Evil wins the dice off.
I'm going to go first, which is great because I can get the Witch
No,
King
because
out there.
I have the Palantir. And I look into it and see that you're going to go first and be like, no, saw it coming.
Did he?
And now you get to go first.
So I get to go first because I really want to kill that Witch King, so I need to go first.
But I want to get the Witch King out of there. So I declare a heroic move and use my last might point on the Witch King to get out of there.
So I did the same with Boromir. So now it's just a roll off.
So now we have to roll off again.
1, 2, 3, it goes to Duncan, and on 4, 5, 6, it goes to Lewis.
Oh no!
The Witch King is quick off the draw.
I zipped out. I decided I was going to start casting proper spells now. And so the Witch King cast a powerful compel spell to make Sam put the ring on. Put on the ring. Sam, wow. That's my true goal really, is to get Sam in the drink. Put on the ring.
Alright! So now he's invisible.
Except to the Witch King.
Welcome to my world, bitch.
Of course, seeing
Like Rick and Morty, Freddy Krueger. Perfect.
Saruman, seeing this, decides to save Fatty Bulger from the tentacle.
Right.
Yes,
It's got his priorities straight.
Saruman's going to shoot a Sorceress's Blast at that tentacle.
You hit Fatty first,
There's semantics.
and then you had to use all but one of your might points to steer it into the
I did have
tentacle.
to spend, but it worked.
It worked fantastically. In fact, the tentacle flew back and slapped the Watcher right in the face.
Doing one of its 3 wounds.
Yeah.
Stop hitting yourself, you dumb
Hitting
squid.
yourself. And then Fatty is able to swim to shore and hopefully safety. Pippin, seeing Fatty in real trouble, is in front of him, because the tentacle's real close still, right?
Right, so you're just playing
Left
favourite
there.
hobbits here. Okay. If someone has to be eaten by an eldritch beast, it's going to be Pippin.
Exactly. But also, Pippin has a ranged attack, so I thought I could throw a rock, maybe kill a tentacle.
Yeah.
Also, Tree Man has a ranged attack. He throws a big rock.
There's quite a difference, in fact. Pippin's one is
They're
strength
both rocks.
3, 2, whereas Gordon Treeman's one is strength 10. So Treeman's got this kabloosh.
Yeah, he doesn't ruin the
And he's like,
tentacle.
He's like skipping stones
Yeah.
at the beast.
But they still had the exact same effect, because nothing happened.
Neither of them hit, no.
Yeah, Farmer Maggot's still struggling to swim. Then I'm going to move Gondor to hopefully move them up to the beach and maybe get that fell beast down.
But not so fast. I've got some bad news for you. Now that the ring bearer has landed on the beach, Boromir calls over to Aragorn and Sam and is like, "Where's the ring? I've been sent
no.
to bring the ring back to Gondor." How would Aragorn respond?
Deception check. Farmer Maggot's got it. Help me rescue him.
No, this was genius. I wasn't expecting this at all.
Oh!
Wow.
We got to rescue Farmer Maggot.
Boromir doesn't entirely trust you, but he will try and get the ring from Farmer Maggot. But at this point, the Gondor's forces do go under Lewis's control, with the provision that he's not allowed to attack you until he's checked on Farmer Maggot. So you take control of the forces of Gondor, Lewis. What are you thinking?
First thing I thought was I was quite frustrated about how many of Boromir's might points Duncan wasted killing my own thing.
So Lewis knew before the battle he was going to get control of Boromir once
Whenever
the
I
ring
was
bearer
spending his
landed.
resources, he was like, oh!
But fortunately the Witch King was still going,
It's Aragorn and Sam versus the Witch King.
except he wasn't, because Aragorn pulled his sword out
But he had to spend everything.
and did heroic things. Yeah.
Oh, what a hero. Aragorn spending 3 points of might in a stunning display of swordplay fends the beast off. So at the end of the turn, the tentacles whip out of all the nearest things. One of the orcs is grabbed. Pippin is grabbed. They both get dragged into the moor where it attacks them. The orc is easily crunched. But somehow Pippin survives being crunched. And so I guess he's just swimming around in the mouth, trying to like...
I feel like he's got like a stick and he's like got it in the mouth.
Oh,
and
nice.
The mouth can't close. Like, yeah.
Farmer Maggot's drowning. Pippin's in the maw of a beast. Gondor have turned on you. The orcs are on their boats. It's quite a frightening gambit. You've got to pick a way to go, and they're all looking dangerous.
So I got initiative. I'm pretty much all on the beach at this point, so I decided I need to just push through the Gondorian soldiers. And I thought, I got to do this quick, and I've got a tree man, and I've got Aragorn, and we could probably push through. So I charge everyone in.
Wow. Push them all back and knock a couple out. You could be away through the lines. And of course, Sam controls the power of the ring. And
Yes, he manages to resist the temptation to swim, which I'm sure what Lewis would have done. And I decided to try and sneak Sam around the back of the soldiers whilst invisible. Try and get at least him to safety whilst everyone else is distracted. Farmer Maggot manages to get himself under control and swim to the surface, and he's spluttering and coughing, manages to move like 2 inches towards the shore, but he's still swimming.
you kick Legolas's dead hands away. It's nearly at the beach.
Tree Man is going to charge into the side of these two.
I had sent 3 soldiers up to rescue Farmer Maggot.
Yeah.
They immediately turned round to defend themselves from the tree. So there's 6 Gondorian soldiers against the tree. There's a couple with Boromir. There's a couple fighting Saruman, and the orcs start getting across the river. A bunch of them surround Farmer Maggot. Meanwhile, the other set of orcs didn't roll so well. They got pulled in the tide down the river, and I thought they might as well try and save Pippin because the Witch King's not specified which hobbits we have to collect. They were thinking, this one will do. We could just bring this one back.
He might have the ring. We don't know. He's orcs.
Now, it was a bit of a brutal carnage combat with the old sea monster.
Yeah, you try to attack it, so all of its tentacles come back to defend itself, and all of your orcs get paired off against tentacles.
Yeah, it was a bit of a mess. I think a couple of orcs got eaten. I think a tentacle got chopped down though.
Yeah, it did.
And unfortunately, I think Pippin got swallowed up in the.
Devoured whole.
Don't worry, they're in the belly of the beast, Duncan. Him and an orc, couple of orcs. Yeah. Pippin wakes up, there's like loads of orcs around. Oh, it looks like meat's back.
Maybe he can Jonah in the whale. We'll find out at the end of the game.
Sad.
But he's definitely out for the rest of this battle.
It's real bad, but I'm also in the back of my head thinking, thank God it wasn't Fang.
So the orcs attacking Farmer Maggot did take him down. We
They won
wounded
the
him.
combat and he did a wound, but he's got 2 wounds.
He actually survived because he has 2 wounds.
He had to use up his fate and his might and his wound. Farmer Maggot is now defenseless against any further attack.
Yeah, and the orcs are getting up onto the beach, finally. So now you really are feeling like your back's against it.
Yeah, the tree man though.
So every 3+ you roll kills a man.
Oh my God. That's 3 men dead.
Oh my God!
Brushes 3 of them aside.
Big sweeps with the arms, knocks them all over. 3 of them don't get back up again.
Yeah.
What a start.
I'm so glad he's in my fellowship.
But the other 2 combats didn't go super well for you. Saruman got injured, and Boromir is one of the few characters who can stand up to Aragorn.
Yeah. Aragorn's using all of his might at this point.
So Boromir burned all of his might and fought back Aragorn, which actually put them level on 3 wounds apiece with no might and no fate remaining.
Next turn I will get a free might back. I may have to use it to go first.
They're both vulnerable. Neither have any fate, which could end badly for someone real soon.
So you had to use that free might point immediately.
I did, yes.
Because I won the initiative.
And I had to go first because I wanted to get the charges favourable. So I did charge Aragorn into Boromir. And in order to stop you from getting an extra bonus on that fight, I brought Grima in to distract one of the Gondorian guards. Saruman charged the other one. Fatty charged one.
Farmer Maggot got in there?
Tree Man charged 2 of them. Farmer Maggot charged one from behind over the rocks. So we've got one big brawl happening here.
Yeah.
Saruman cast a very cool spell, but it cost me everything to do it, everything he had left, to try and set Boromir on fire.
The 3 or more to wound him. Oh, okay, you're not wounded by the initial blast, but you are now on fire. He's going to take damage every turn until he takes the time to lie down and try and put it out.
So the men of Gondor were not going down easily. We subdued Saruman.
No!
We've arrested Saruman. Come with us!
Saruman is basically out. He's lost his last wound, but
Yeah.
I would assume the men of Gondor are honourable enough to subdue rather than kill a wizard.
But Grimmer Wormtongue...
Yeah, he's not got those qualms. He just stabs a guy in the back.
Took out a Gondor. Wow.
What a guy.
And so did Farmer Maggot.
Yeah, Paramaga with a big scythe manages to get a good kill on that Gondorian soldier.
And then also, the Tree Man was still laying waste.
Oh, yeah, he kills 2.
You're running out of Gondor guys here.
Killed 5
Very
Gondorian
quickly.
soldiers at this point.
But then we were on to the main event.
Oh, the final duel between the two epic heroes.
No might, no fate.
No might, no
Let the
fate.
dice decide.
Dice shall decide it.
Oh!
With a clash of swords. Parry, riposte. Boromir knocks Aragorn's sword aside.
Uh-oh.
He gets to lunge for the kill. He needs 5s.
Oh, that's bad.
There's no getting out of that one.
Aragorn under arrest as well. And so, with Saruman apprehended and Aragorn apprehended, you were starting to think, what am I going to do?
Still got the tree man though, and he is a beast.
He is a big boy.
Meanwhile, there were some orcs suiciding themselves into a giant tentacle beast.
2 orcs are eaten. Nom.
Oh god. But they are starting to think this is their true goal. This is why they're here. They've forgotten about the ring. They're just seeing something they can chop up for dinner and they're just going for it.
The last lot of orcs finally chopped down their tree and joined the fray.
There was a group of orcs who were quite slow at chopping a tree down. And they finally... There was one orc though. One orc too many.
Who's not gonna be able to go?
What is
you go on ahead. I'll catch up.
I'll chop down another tree.
Guys, there's not enough room on here for me. There's one guy left. Good luck to yous.
I'll help push.
I was at a quandary, do I just leave him there or do I sort of have to make swim tests? Anyway, I just sent him with the rest.
The orcs who were fighting Farmer Maggot, they're on the beach now. They're threatening the backlines.
Yes, next turn, they're going in.
So turn 8, I win the dice off. Thank goodness. Because I need to run.
Yeah, it's looking bad.
Can I climb up Treebeard? Or Gordon Treeman?
I mean, they do it in the movies, right? The Treebeard model has Merry and Pippin on his shoulders.
Oh yeah! Okay, can I get all 3 of them on there? Climb!
So if they're all in range to reach
They're
him,
all within 4, yeah.
They rode him as a boat.
they did ride him as a boat.
Now they're like climbing on him like a climbing frame.
And he just runs into the trees.
He's out of there.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Grima, he could have probably joined them, but he decided to stay with his master Saruman and distract Boromir to stop Boromir from following the hobbits.
Boromir versus Grima. Why is this happening?
He did lose the combat
Of course he did.
and was arrested.
I feel like the moment Boromir turned around and looked at him, like Grima drops his knife and gets on his knees and just gives up immediately.
But when Boromir looked around, the tree and the hobbits were gone. It was the diversion that you needed, I think, to get away.
That was it, we were off, and the rest of us were apprehended. Meanwhile, your Gondorian soldiers with Boromir managed to dispatch the rest of the orcs.
Yes.
Except one group.
Oh, meanwhile,
these boats moved down.
Oh no! In we go, lads!
Do you want to roll the dice? Do you want to try and... If you roll good, you can get past the squid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Into the squid!
You're going for it. You're taking the squid out.
Meat's back on the menu!
Okay, now the squid's only got 2 wounds left because he got slapped in the face by a tentacle.
Oh,
my God! Dinner is served!
Can you get Pippin out?
Can we cut to like a postscript of like them having a bonfire? And they've got like big tentacles.
Yeah, on a spit, like roasting on the bonfire.
Roasting
yeah.
Pippin.
Good work, lads, we did it!
Hooray!
Hang on, weren't we supposed to be following the Witch King's orders to get a ring or something?
Nah, he flew off.
I forgot what we was doing. I think we won.
Squid's back on the menu, boys.
Orcs is the best. I think we won, guys. So poor Pippin, we did roll a dice for him.
And
Yeah.
he didn't make it. No, he was chewed up.
We roll a dice for Legolas, and he survives. Boromir and the Gondorians have taken Saruman, Grima, and Aragorn back to Minas Tirith, or at least one of their nearby outposts.
Gordon and the hobbits have escaped into the woods, and who knows where they'll go next. They have no leadership anymore.
No.
Guess it's all up to Sam.
And Legolas is washed ashore and can see the tracks for both and must make a decision on whether he's going to aid the hobbits or rescue his friends.
Oh, it's exciting.
So who knows what's going to happen next? Where will our fantasy fellowship
Take
The
us.
fellowship has been broken now. Split up.
Yeah. And it's all Boromir's fault again.
God damn it, Boromir!
Oh man. Well, that was amazing. Please let us know in the comments if you've got any ideas about what should happen next. Who should they meet? Where should they go?
We don't know what we're doing.
I'm going to figure something
We
out.
need all the help we can
What's
get.
going on next?
Big thanks to Alex for helping me build this. He did the river and the rocks and everything. It was very cool. And thank you to Hoplite Game Studios for 3D printing us this beautiful Argonath, which really helped set the scene.
Oh, it does.
We
Really.
make them high five.
Ah, nice! Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, stop the video.
And most importantly, thank you to the members. We couldn't spend all this time and effort on this without your support. So thank you so much. And as a special thank you to the members, anyone who is a member now can not only watch the extended 2-hour plus cut of this whole
At
battle,
least 2 hours. Jesus.
also watch the test game where we were trying out the scenario mechanics and some behind the scenes tours of like how the board was made and everything.
So
Check it
much extra content. Thank you, members. Thank you, Duncan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Bye bye.